Are you ready? Are you ready to play video games?
Alrighty, welcome back to Gaming with Devinity. Enemy search. Searching. Oh. So. Whoa! You know, welcome back to another episode of Gaming with Divinity. Still playing Evolution Worlds.
There you are.
Still talking about top 100 RPG lists from Game Enforcer. I actually only get the only reason why I get the magazine is because it comes with the premium subscription of the GameStop Power Up Rewards card. So for me, I don't look at it as like, oh, $10 for a membership. It's like, oh, $5 for a membership and $5 for a magazine for a year. How awesome is that? So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And you know, and then they introduced a point system for the card. I was like, even better. Now the point system is like, oh, look at all these toys you can get. It's like, I don't want toys. I want video games. That's why I come to a video game store. And then you walk into a store and it's like, look at all these toys we have. And there are just times I want to slap the people that are in the store and trying to shove a toy down my throat. It's like, I have video game in hand. And they're like, no, buy our toy. And it's like, and it just upsets me greatly. How can people be like that? It's like, why? Why? I have video game in hand. Let me buy it. Oh, sir, would you like the would you like to have the membership card? And you know, you'll get 15% off used games.
There you are.
I have it. Oh, sir, we have a special going on where you can buy 2 used games and get 1 free. You have that every day. That's not a special. That's just what you do. Oh, sir. Would you like to spend your points on, would you like to spend your points on... Spend your points and get fantastic prizes delivered to your door. No, I want this fucking game. Sarah, would you like to get... Shut up! Take my money and let me go home and play my fucking Call of Battlefield game. God damn it, people. But yeah, that's probably another I mean, even if I did have money, it's probably one of the reasons why I started being such a hardcore gamer is because of shit like that. Where like, you know, I try to go walk in the store and buy a game and it's like, well, look at this other game. I actually felt so... I when I was working full time, I was in the field. I did a lot of construction field work, but there was jobs where I had just a lot of downtime. So instead of sitting there doing nothing while I waited, I was like, I was getting really bored of books. I mean, I had gotten to the point where I was so used to reading books that I was finishing like these huge books in a day, and I was just like, I just can't keep. I gotta switch it up. So I went out to get a PSP because it's like I want to get Dissidia. You know, Dissidia Final Fantasy, because I really like it. It's a new twist on all the characters I love. I want to see how the story ties together. And mine and Lars' friend Wayne, or Lars and I had a friend named Wayne who had it, and we loved playing it. And we were like, and I was like, I'm so busy leveling up his characters, I probably have enough time to level up my own, and I could, you know, we could do the online battle thing and blah blah blah. I was like, all right, cool. I'm sure there's other games I could get too for it, even better. Oh, so close. But anyway, so I went out to get a PSP, and I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna get all right, here, I want to get this PSP, you know, I'm going to get this PSP and I'm going to get this game. And the guy was like, oh, if you're really into games, you should get, you should get God of War. And I was like, hey, thanks, man. And but I was like, you know, if I to switch it up, I was gonna get the other Final Fantasy because they had Final Fantasy 1 remastered and released that on the PSP, and I was like, I'm gonna get that. And the guy was like, you should get God of War Ascension. It's a really cool game. And it's like, thanks, dude. Thanks for the, but you know, all I want today is you know, maybe I'll come back and get that another game. But you know, I'm not that big into games, so I'm sure, you know, these 2 games will suffice. But thank you, though. And the Lucky game, he was like,
fuck up now.
What are you talking about? I was like, I mean, I was like, dude, I'm not saying I can't compete. I was like, you know, if I put in the time and effort, I could be a hardcore gamer. But I'm not putting in the time and effort. It's like, oh.
What?
I was like, you got a problem with me not being a hardcore gamer? I even said, I was like, you know, I'm more of a casual gamer, and this is what I'm interested in. This is what I want to get. I'm not that interested in God of War as a series. It's like, oh. I was like, can you just ring me out, dude? And he was just so pissed. I was like, dude. Like, god damn it. I never went back to that GameStop again. Except for when Wayne or Lars pre-ordered games there. But I was just like, dude. That's not cool. Lars was kind of like, dude, just because one guy gave you attitude? I was like, that guy gave me a lot of attitude, and he works there a lot. And Lars, who that was like his main store to go to for stuff, was like, yeah, he does. I was like, it's just not cool. I mean, I get it. He's used to pushing shit on these guys who are either hardcore gamers or kids who will. You know, it's like but like that's just not. That's not cool. I was like, I knew what I wanted. I got what I wanted. He's gonna make. It's not like he works on commission, and even if he was, I'm buying a system and 2 games. That's still $250 for him. I was like, you know, you know, like, what's his problem? So, but I mean, you know, that store eventually closed, and that guy wasn't much longer there anyway. We never heard if he got fired or if he just quit. He probably quit, honestly, but, you know, found a better job somewhere. But I mean, it's just, oh, well, let's see. How much does that heal? Oh, cool. Glad I got rid of that. But anyway, back to the list. At number 7, we have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Another game I didn't play, but a game I heard a lot of good things about. And actually, I really look forward to playing someday. And actually, really anything from LucasArts used to be like this huge fucking deal. I kind of miss like those days of like, oh, hey, LucasArts is coming out with a game soon, guys. Let's go get it.
There we go.
And it just, and like in more recent years, it kind of fluttered away, and they started doing Force, that oh. Oh yeah, that's what the trap indicator does. It just shows what exactly the traps are when you pass by them. But I mean, look. Am I saying that, you know, in terms of the guy being a dick to me, am I saying that he could have done better? Yes. I'm definitely saying he could have and should have done better. He treated me like a piece of shit for being a casual gamer. What the fuck is that? And we're walking out, I was like, how much you want to bet I could have kicked that guy's ass in any game he asked to play? And we laughed about it. But we laughed about it. And, you know, it's funny now, but I mean, at the time I was like, dude, like, what are you doing trying to piss off your customer? And he's like, oh, this game's for true hardcore players. I was like, I'm not really a hardcore player, dude.
There you are!
I like video games and I like to play them, but I'm not going to sit here and, you know, 100% complete anything. I'm not going to invest that time of effort into most games. You know, buddy? Oh, this is why I don't like the navigator, because it shows the entire map. So now I'm like, oh, which room haven't I explored? And it's like, well, but World of Warcraft was always an interesting game for me, because it's like it's that kind of, it kind of started that whole entire that dynamic of action adventure with RPG elements, and really pushed, and World of Warcraft really pushed that concept. And I know Lars and I.
There you are.
Actually, Lars recently got dragged back into the game and drowned even more. Has drowned more hours and money into his subscription, into his characters. You may actually, I mean, you may actually have been familiar with Lars, because one of his characters is I don't know if it's famous, but it's well known in some of the World of Warcraft message boards, because Lars can actually heal. Yes, because I don't need that. So I mean, and when he became well known in the game for his tanking skills and for some of his characters' outrageous, stupid names. No, I'm gonna do this because it's actually really his cuisine are actually like probably one of the best things, status infectors in the game, because it's all enemies no matter what. So regardless of where they are. Woo! And then, but I mean, once, you know, World of Warcraft, I liked playing it. But I consider it top 10 RPG of all time? No. Not even close, dude. Fun to play. Actual RPG mechanics, kind of limiting. Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt.
I felt that one.
Oh. That's not good. I wouldn't have put that one. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt definitely top 5. Hell, top 3.
What?
Probably number 2, right behind, you know what? Watch this. Yes. Watch this. The greatest skill in the entire fucking game. Yeah. Just, even if it wasn't just all-encompassing death, it'd still be like, oh, just the way he performs a move is like, oh, great. Awesome. So, I mean, Mass Effect 2 at number 4. I wouldn't put that ahead of The Witcher 3. But, I mean, the Witcher series as a whole, I thoroughly enjoyed. Right, at least 2 and 3. I did not play 1. I will admit.
There you are.
But The Witcher 2 and 3 are some of my favorite games. 3 is possibly my favorite game of all time. But in terms of being an RPG, I would still put it behind 9. Final Fantasy 9. Not because it's a bad game or, 9's a better game, but just because I prefer... I felt that, I just felt that 9 overall had better RPG mechanics. And the abilities system really was really interesting to me. And the class system. I know some people it kind of ticks some people off. For like, oh well, look, Zydane's the main character, but he's a thief, so he really doesn't get any special. And he's got to be in your party no matter what, so you're gonna have to you're gonna have to readjust your game plan and da 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 da. It's like, to me, it wasn't like, it's like the thief only played a part in what abilities he learned. It didn't really play as big as part in his actual, because he was still a pretty fast character and he was still a pretty strong character, and he had no magic intuition whatsoever, so it kind of balanced out.
I can't believe it.
Unlike in 7 and 8, where all the characters were kind of more so clean slates and just go crazy. Although, once again, they're based... Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. Because once I figured out how to play 7, it drove me crazy that, like, if you want to focus on Cloud's strength, the only way to really do that is by just not equipping anything on him. Oh, shit. I hope that wasn't a back attack. Okay, it wasn't. But... I mean, but that's just my personal opinion. Number 4 on the gaming factors list was Mass Effect 2. In terms of the series, since I haven't played 3 yet, I can kind of agree with that. But I think 3 gets a lot of bad rap for that ending. And once again, I haven't played it. But I kind of... I was actually kind of alright with the ending being the way it was, because like the entire point of the game was just like, oh, you get these choices, and then they're like, well, now you get to the ending and all the choices you did previously don't matter. It's like, well, what if you got to the ending and you couldn't make a choice, and all the endings and the ending was based on the way that you played the game? Is that how you really wanted the game to end, based on, I mean, What if you played the game like that, and what if you truly played the game like that, and like that's it? You finish the game and like that like you finish the game and that that's it. That's the game. You finished it. You can you can't do anything. You just gotta. You finish the game. You finish the game. You played as a renegade, and you get the renegade ending. Like, I can think of a shit ton of people who would be like, that's not fair. I wanted to save the universe, and instead you're like, nope, we're gonna blow up the universe. Fuck you. Aww. So I think, personally, obviously, I think. Oh. Number 3, Chrono Trigger. I can agree with that ending, particularly since not so much because it actually adds gameplay value to the game, but more so just because it's something stupid. But you get the whole entire thing where once you can start willingly switching timelines, you can at any point in the game you can go to the end. You can go on it's not chaos. What is it called? The end of the world thing happens, and just watch the end of the world, and that's the game, and it's quote unquote game over. It's just one of those stupid little things where you enjoy the.
I can't believe it!
Oh shit! Oh boy, he's gonna. Yeah, why not?
Goes.
Unfortunately, I got it. Sleep needle. No!
What?
What?
I
Final
felt
Fantasy
that one.
6 is 2. First off, Final Fantasy 6 has Kefka. So, I mean, that deserves something. Right? Right? Right. Actually, yeah. Why not? And then, and a lot of people I know really like the story from 6. I wouldn't mind digging the story from 6. I would definitely try out 6, and from what I've heard of it, it's definitely one of the most interesting stories in video games. I mean, the bad guy actually gets to destroy the end of the world. And then number 1 Skyscrim just seemed like a cop-out. It's like, here you go.
There you are.
And it's like, isn't that what, it's like, yeah, once again, I'm not a big fan of the Elder Scrolls games in general because it seems like a lot of stuff for the sake of a lot of stuff, and there's not really anything to that stuff. That could just be me, but who, maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. But I do like all the mods for Skyrim, but that's not Skyrim proper. That's that's what other people make for the game.
There you are.
Oh, come on. You can finish off a fucking bug.
I can't
No! And then this article also decided, we're going to put Dungeons and Dragons at 0 and say, without this, it's like, if you're going to do that, you could have done the same fucking thing with, Whoa. Oh, hell yeah. You could have done the same fucking thing with, Final Fantasy, the first Final Fantasy, instead of giving it its own entry. Or, you know, same thing with World of Warcraft, saying, oh, this is a game that,
There you are.
made everyone, you know, revolutionized and da-da-da-da and blah, 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 blah. It's like, you know, it's kind of a cop-out. So, fuck you, Dungeons and Dragons, is it? And that's what I thought of the entire Game and Factor list. Pretty much I made fun of it, didn't I? But hey, guess what? Now I don't have to talk about it for the rest of the fucking series. I struggle with forward motion. We all struggle with forward. Anyway, I'll see you next time. I'm just gonna go up to the next level. Bye!